Oh.
Everyone, I think Sharky's dying a little bit. And
And
again, so are all of us. So are we all, I suppose.
It's just happening to some sooner than later.
Happening sooner than me.
We were joking yesterday how we all feel like we're like 50 or something.
Yeah.
So there was a vampire last time.
And now he's dead.
Poor potato.
Poor potato. Oh, and we got that CG of Van Helsing being like beat up in bed.
Yeah. There's the CG of Van Helsing after he got the crap beat out of him.
After he had like a hole punched through his chest.
What, you can't stand having just a single punch through your chest without getting hurt?
I don't know. I've never tried. You want to try it? Let's try it. Let's go.
I don't think a shark is strong enough to punch through a chest. I don't really have a fist. I have a fin.
That sounds like a you problem. You should, like, get better fists for punching, I guess.
How does a shark get a fist to punch?
It's just like getting one. That's normal, right?
Are you saying that I need to be a robo shark?
No.
Well, then how am I gonna get a fist?
I don't know. Bite some.
But that wouldn't make it my fist.
No one said you had to, like, punch normally here. You just have to, like, punch a hole with a fist through a chest. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Hey, Casey.
I feel like I'm still half asleep here. What is going on?
Oh. What's going on is that I am confusing you for fun. I think that's what's going on. Does that sound about right to you?
A few days have passed since the Azoth incident involving Nointote. Van Helsing is nowhere to be seen in our afternoon tea time setting. Lately, Van Helsing has been away from the mansion. We have not been seeing much of him. Music, why? Music, why do you do this?
Yeah, it's Impy speaking.
Impy's not this dramatic.
Okay, apparently he is.
Ah.
Yeah.
That Van Helsing, what's he up to day after day? We should be a little more considerate to the chef cooking for him.
Yeah. His wounds haven't completely healed either. They weren't critical, but he did suffer serious injury. He should be confined to bed, resting. I wonder where he's been going.
Deli, on the other hand, doesn't seem to pay any mind to the conversation and continues to eat in silence.
As far as I can surmise, it is likely that he's headed hunting for Finnis with Alistair, the new leader.
I mean, I still can't believe that Finnis is alive. People don't just come back from the dead. That's not how the world works, you know?
There must be some sort of trick to it. I can't imagine what it was at this point. Either way, we'll need to make our next move soon. Azoth-related incidents are becoming more and more frequent. This is my fault, isn't it?
It's not your fault at all. This Azoth is enjoying his crimes. He would be up to no good whether he captured you or not.
Yes, I agree with MB. Besides, Sholmes was saying something similar. Thank you. I feel a little bit better knowing that. Whatever the case, we can't allow Azoth to go around doing as he pleases.
Saint Germain lays a piece of paper out on the table for us to look at. The page covers the details of the recent violent crimes, as well as changes taking place in London as a response. So far, no connection has been made between the different criminals committing the growing number of atrocious attacks. The only thing the crimes have in common is the word Azoth left behind in blood. Even when one of the perpetrators the proprietors is caught, he commits suicide, leaving behind no clue as to who or where Azoth is. To deal with the situation, Queen Victoria has used her authority to call for full cooperation of the police and the military. She's established a task force and the Azoth cases with Imperial Guard Captain Leonhardt in charge. Leonhardt stressed strengthening the city's defenses first and foremost to prevent further crimes before focusing on Azoth. The residents of London have stopped going about at night out of fear that they will be the next victims of these murders. As far as I can tell from the article, the government forces led by Leonhardt are putting great effort into solving the case. However, Azoth crimes are on the rise at an alarming rate. We know that we have to do something to stop them, but we're unable to make a move.
Wonder where Van Helsing went.
Oh, speak of the devil, here's the man himself.
Great job on suddenly getting Azoth correct every time now.
Shush! You say that now I'm gonna just mess it up.
Damn it.
I look up in response to Lupin's comment and see Van Helsing.
Helsing, where have you been? Are you sure you're well enough to keep going out?
You're being melodramatic. I'm obviously well enough if I'm able to go out and about. Yeah, but you should still at least tell us where you're going, or that you'll be gone for a while. Why must I waste my time telling you my each and every move? I suggest you watch your tone.
Hey, cut it out. We're happy that you're fine, Van Helsing. Lupin was really worried about you.
I was not. Do not lie about me.
Man's getting blurry. Van Helsing, were you able to get any information on who this Azoth person is?
Hello, Potato.
Potato face!
Deli, who had been silent this whole time, suddenly raises his head.
I'm going to stop Azoth to avenge Nuintote's death. Tell me everything you know.
Well, his name is Finis. And he sucks. Silence. Van Helsing doesn't reply right away. When he does, he glares at us all around him. No. Came here today to tell you all specifically to back off. To not get yourselves involved, or further involved in this case.
to think we have a whole chapter and a half or something before we get to hear the Van Helsing backstory.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
What?
I'm telling you that I will handle Azoth.
What do you mean, Van Helsing?
Part of me wants to assume it's Sholmes.
It's probably either Sholmes or Alistair, right?
Yeah, it could be
He's
Alistair.
apparently been out with Alistair.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. You take it.
I can explain. We all turn and stare wide-eyed at the person who appears from behind Van Helsing.
I guessed it right.
The person who probably has the wiki up.
Well, I wasn't looking at the wiki, actually. I was legitimately just like, I think it would make sense to be Alistair. Should I have checked the wiki?
No.
Great, good, because, wow, we're on sentence 2 of the chapter description anyway.
Wow.
Alistair?
Alistair? You mean the Alistair? The new leader of Twilight?
What's he doing here? Van Helsing, why would you? ...
Oh, I apologize for surprising you this way. There is no need for alarm. I have no hostile intentions at this moment.
This moment.
Alistair shrugs and raises hands as if in surrender. However, none of us let our guards down. I can feel a sense of fierce hostility from all of us.
That's Van Helsing, presumably.
Yeah, except for Van Helsing.
I see. If you're not our enemy, then what does the leader of Twilight want with us? If you make any strange moves, I won't hesitate to dispose of you. I trust you're fully aware of that.
Alistair nods slowly, seemingly unfazed by Saint Germain's threats. Sure. If you don't like what you hear, I don't care what you do with me. Hopefully I'll be able to explain everything first. It seems Van Helsing brought him here, so he probably won't try anything funny. I exchange a quick glance with Lupin.
He's not gonna try any jokes. No stand-up routine all of a sudden.
Ah, no stand-up routine. No.
Then again, that assumes that stand-up routines are funny.
That's true.
You know,
Fine.
instead of like blatantly offensive, like so many of them tend to be.
So many of them. Fine then. Let's hear what you have to say to us. Alistair slowly opens his mouth to speak. The situation has taken a turn. There is no longer just a this is no longer just a series of violent crimes. Almost 3/4 of Twilight's members have disappeared from the organization's headquarters.
They disappeared? What does that mean?
That they went poof! Exactly what I said. All of a sudden, the members of Twilight disappeared one day. Like fog.
How did this happen?
I don't know. Beside from myself, I can think of only one other individual who can call Twilight to action.
You're saying it's Finis?
Exactly right, AC. Finis definitely died. I heard it from my Twilight subordinates, as well as from Van Helsing here. However, even that may have been part of his strategy.
Are you saying that Finis had a plan that would be set in motion in the event of his death?
Exactly. That's or Or Finis is still alive and giving orders. As a man of science, I really find it hard to believe that a dead person would come back to life. As do I, but the way things are currently, wouldn't you think it best to act on the notion that Finis might be behind it all? No. Azoth is Azoth. It's dangerous to jump to conclusions before we've seen with our own eyes that Finis is still alive. You must be the infamous Arsène Lupin, the first thief ever to trifle with Twilight. May I ask where you acquired your skills? Couldn't help but notice a similarity between your techniques and Twilight's. Those who seek efficiency all end up taking the same path. Isn't that the way with everything? What is with that grin?
Yes? What about it?
That grin being like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha.
You know, that got worse.
Good.
It started not so bad and then suddenly got worse. Why have you promised?
Yes. Is that an answer?
No, it's not.
I suppose there's some truth to that. Whatever's the case, Finis decides to use Twilight to do something in the future. Certain danger awaits us. You all shouldn't get involved. Go find some other route to get information regarding Isaac Beckford. Just let me handle this case on my own.
I can't let you do that.
I can't stop myself from speaking out. I hadn't put much thought into it. The words tumbled out simply because I don't want to be separated from Van Helsing. As soon as I look the other way, he's going to go someplace far away. I'm certain of this.
Azoth is truly Finis. We can't ignore this case while searching for clues about my father. Besides, they're after me. I can't just leave it all up to you.
I suppose I didn't get my point across. Let me clarify. I am saying that all of you are holding me back.
Agreed. We're holding him back, agreed.
Wow. Did he do that badly in school?
He, failed the getting along with others class. We need to get a response to that. Your response is just not acknowledged. Okay. That sounds about right. That sounds about right, I suppose. Dot. No, I can't let you go by yourself.
Huh. This doesn't seem like a conversation for the likes of an outsider like me. I'll let you know if I find something, Abraham. I'll come with you. Any further discussion is a waste of time. Alistair leaves the room and Van Helsing follows him out. I chase Van Helsing outside. The two men are standing right outside the mansion's main entrance.
Helsing, wait!
Shall I give you a moment? No need. Let's go. You can at least hear her out, no? She's so concerned about you. It's none of her business. Don't be that way. Those who think of you fondly, that's rather rare in your case, isn't it? He gently taps Van Helsing on the shoulder and walks away. Van Helsing remains in the same place.
I feel like it's kind of harsh to be like, those who care about you. That's pretty rare, isn't it?
People...
Pretty rare for someone to care about you.
Yeah.
Wait a second, that's kind of mean.
Yeah.
Van Helsing.
You're quite persistent.
I'm coming with you. I won't get in your way.
Van Helsing looks me in the face, then lets out a slight sigh. This isn't something that you can get through with pure determination. And what does any of it have to do with you? If Finnis knows a cure for your poison, I swear to you I'll get that information out of him. So just leave me be.
Not it.
I don't know how to express what I'm feeling right now.
I don't want to see you suffer anymore.
And if I don't go with you, the plot won't move forward. You think I'm suffering? What makes you say that?
It just looks like you're deeply hurt. And it's like you're trying to get yourself killed. I feel like I can't leave you by yourself.
I see. Your concerns are completely off the mark.
Are they? Sounds pretty accurate to me.
And even if I were suffering, it's none of your concern.
But...
Stop. Just think about yourself. Get rid of that poison, and go on to live a happy life as a normal person. If there's anything I wish for you, that's it.
I have a sudden random question to ask you.
What?
What sticker should I put on my phone case? The Life is Strange butterfly? Or a big cup noodle from as a Final Fantasy 15 reference? It came with a Gladio sticker. I don't think I'm gonna put the Gladio on. But do I put the Life is Strange or the cup noodle?
Ooh, that's a hard one. My gut says Life is Strange.
It should fit. I think it just fits. I've been like digging through my old stickers and stuff right now. So I was like, wait, there are no stickers on my phone case right now, and I feel like that's wrong. In the process, I've also found a handful of Ace Flag stickers.
Ooh, nice.
Past Pride, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Holy crap, it's May already.
Uh-huh. I think Avon has marched.
Huh?
Pride.
What'd you say?
I think Avon has marched in Pride near me before. Oh. I think the stickers are from them.
That's cool.
It's May already, and Pride is officially next month.
Screaming in terror! What did you just say? I heard a meh!
Oh, I tried to read the line, then I guess Discord was like, no.
The captioner also said no.
Oh.
I feel... What do I feel? I don't quite understand what I want to say. What exactly is Van Helsing to me? Then I hear the noisy cry of a horse. Look in the direction of the sound.
Yes, it sounds like the horse boss from Rune Factory 4.
Stock horse noise.
Mm-hmm.
I look in the direction of the sound, wondering what it could be. Van Helsing! AC! With a desperate look, Leonhardt rides his steed through the mansion gates. He dismounts from his horse and advances towards Van Helsing. Something terrible has happened. I need to tell you all. Gather the rest of your group because I need your help. Is it Azoth? Can handle it alone.
Oh, the dining room. Please, come in.
Thank you, miss. I'll go right on in. AC, you...
We've gotten through everything together. That's why we'll always be together. AC, I don't know that that's how that works.
Do as you want. Van Helsing and I rush back to the mansion. Several soldiers broke into the palace while the queen was holding court. These soldiers shouted nonsense, then went on a rampage, demonstrating superhuman strength. Superhuman strength. That must mean...
Hidden strength?
Hidden strength? What do you mean? I'll explain later. Keep talking. You're in a hurry, aren't you? Yes. 3 civilians lost their lives before the royal guard could apprehend these intruders. One of the captured men set off an explosive he had been carrying, killing himself and his accomplices. Thankfully, no harm came to the queen, but 5 royal guards met honorable deaths from this incident alone. He blew himself up? That's pretty intense.
Yeah, Impy is like, I blow myself up all the time, but I stay intact.
That's quite an extreme method. And did you find the word Azoth? Indeed we did.
It's important that if you're gonna blow yourself up, you have to be a vampire. It's not really safe for anyone else.
Well, no, Impy doesn't blow himself up. He just happens to be near other things exploding all the time.
Well, I mean, technically the guy was holding an explosive. That's the same. Or I guess actually in Impy's case, he's also building the thing that explodes in his hands.
Yeah. Indeed we did. It was etched into a metal box the man was holding.
Azoth again.
But that's not the only problem. A strange letter was in the box, appearing to be a declaration of war against Britain. Leonhardt takes a piece of paper out of a pocket and shows it to us.
I desire destruction and chaos. I desire the destruction of all order. You shall all become corpses, symbols to demonstrate my will. None shall be spared. Death awaits you all. The truth does not lie within law and order. Now it's time to play a game. That's what it says.
Would you like to play a game? So then Azoth's goal is to overthrow the government?
His writing makes no political references whatsoever. Maybe he considers everything as a game.
If that's the case, these for fun crimes are getting pretty out of hand. A game. What a joke. Hold on. It's not over yet. There's one more important fact that I need to tell you. Right before the man blew themselves up, they shouted, "Long live Master Finis."
How convenient.
How extremely convenient.
What an extremely convenient plot device that they just happened to yell, "Long live Master Venice."
Well, I mean, like, ever since the first route chapter, or the end of the first route chapter, it's been like, oh, that's Finis. Oh, that's Finis, but it can't be Finis. Oh, that's Finis, but it can't be Finis. Long live Finis! Oh, I guess it's Finis.
An extremely handy plot device that they just happened to conveniently confirm.
Although we'd like to question him, Finis has disappeared. We really don't know what to think. The uncertainty in Leonhardt's voice makes us look around at one another. This just raises the possibility that he is Azoth.
Based on these circumstances, that really might be the case. Immortality. I see.
Or he just, like, planned all this in case of his death and just has recordings everywhere telling people what to do. Just to mess with everyone.
What they were saying earlier of like, yes, this plan that's just gonna be
in case of his
kill
death.
switch thing.
Yeah. Well, it's just all these recordings just to, and it's just like, he's alive. No, it's just been recording this entire time. Dang it, Finis!
Yep.
What? What on earth are you talking about? Finis has already died twice that we know of. If he really is alive right now, he's on his third round of life at least. Huh?
All right, Captain Leonhardt. I'll explain.
When no one raises any complaints, I tell Leonhardt the events that led up to now. Of course, I don't tell him too much about some topics that would be inconvenient. He looks at me suspiciously the entire time and scoffs disdainfully occasionally. When I finish talking, he nods. So Finis is Azoth. Wouldn't it be reasonable to assume that both times you encountered him were actually doubles? Or is it triples?
Triple at that point.
Hey! Stop stealing my joke while I'm saying my joke.
Joke faster.
I don't talk fast.
Sounds like a problem.
No, I think it's a you problem that you talk too fast.
You can understand me fine most of the time, I think.
Do I? Maybe I'm just making it up as I go along.
I mean, that's also possible.
I don't think that's possible. But I can't deny that it is the most logical explanation. I understand. I'll have some personnel tasked to search for Finis. I'd like all of you to put your efforts to finding Azoth. To find the mastermind, we'll probably need to pay a visit to Sholmes first. Then I'll go with old Leonhardt here to check out the scene of the fracas. I may be able to find some clues. Please, I'm not going to Sholmes.
Then shall we split into separate teams as we did before? Victor, Impy, and I will go with Lupin. You lot can go and speak with Sholmes. ... If we're simply searching for him, the more help the better, right, Van Helsing?
Do as you please.
And it pleases me to do this.
Van Helsing leaves the room and Deli and I follow him. I love how he's always like, do as you please, do as you please. Well, this is what pleases me. So screw you.
It pleases me. I am doing as I please.
Because that's always his line of do as you please.
Mm-hmm.
As the sun is about to set in the skies to the west, we arrive once again at Sholmes' detective agency, whatever. The doors open before we can knock.
Is this a pleasant surprise? Did you need something from me? We're here to ask if you've made any progress in the Azoth case. That. You've come at just the right time. There's about to be some progress now.
About to be progress. Would you care to explain that?
Oh, time's a-wasting. Let's walk and talk. I really should have realized this much sooner.
Sholmes begins walking away at a brisk pace.
Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not even doing the Sholmes voice right.
We don't need to do it right.
You said the other day that Azoth was in reality an alias used by Finis. Well, I'm really just trying to make Sholmes not just sound exactly like Saint Germain.
Oh, he's like right between Saint Germain and Victor.
Kind of.
Like,
now. I was trying to do a slightly different British accent, but it's hard for me to do the different British accents. For that matter, I should give Saint Germain like a French accent or something, actually, but...
We're too late.
Also, I think it's really funny when I engage with other media now, and there's a character that's this Comte de Saint Germain, because I always just think of this one instead. And I'm just like, I mean, because I love this game. I like this, the true Saint Germain. I don't know about all these other motherfuckers.
No, I think the true Saint Germain would be the one that would be alive. That was alive.
That is alive, arguably.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I decided to look through the Azoth crimes as well as other similar violent incidents from the past through that perspective. I found that a number of Finis' political rivals were involved in these cases. Too many to be ignored statistically.
So quack.
Yeah, you should just end all of your scatting with quack. Every time.
There is no scat. There's only shark.
Yeah, apparently, according to the captioner, actually, you said 50-50-50-50 black.
The captioner can barely understand me half the time. It's fine.
Half. Half's pretty good for the captioner.
Yeah, since it says capture can barely understand, we have 2 time, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
So Finis is behind them after all.
Perhaps. Or perhaps there is another person who wants us to believe that. Where are we going? The thing is, Finis' greatest political power remains alive and untouched. Central figure opposing Finis in the House of Lords, who argued against Isaac's ideas and even objected to the Vampire War.
House of Lords. The upper house of the United Kingdom's Parliament. Comprised of nobility, it does not implement a popular election system, unlike the House of Commons. Marquis Renfield.
Marquis Renfield, a central figure in a group known as the Anti-Finis League. Incredibly famous, he publicly objected to the Vampire War, and rumor is that not even the Queen can ignore his voice.
Ah! There's an Anti-Finis League. Okay.
And obey me, there's an Anti-Lucifer League, but all they do is play pranks on him. try to embarrass him. Also, it's like 2 of his brothers.
Yeah. So they're basically just acting like brothers.
They're acting like bratty brothers.
Yeah, brothers.
Are all brothers bratty?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sholmes nods at Van Helsing's outburst.
You know him, Van Helsing?
He's a famous man. Said that not even Queen Victoria could ignore this man's words without consideration, as the glossary just told us.
Uh-huh.
I've already heard about that declaration of war delivered to Buckingham Palace. It would seem as if Azoth is enjoying these events, as if he's watching a play unfold on stage. If he aims to push the entirety of the government into complete chaos, there's no better time for it than after that attack.
And Marquis Renfield is...
He may be in a predicament of his own, even as we speak.
I see. So there were humans who were actually against the vampire war. I hope he is safe.
I'm just glad your smiley hat is safe.
Oh, Sharky.
Look, that hat is my favorite character.
Oh, Sharky.
Yes? Yes.
I should name some kind of fish monster after you.
Am I a fish monster?
I don't know.
I thought it was just a shark. We already have a shark named after me. They're called sharks.
Yeah, but I don't know that I can catch any sharks in Rune Factory. But I know there are fishies.
Well, not being able to catch sharks, that's a Rune Factory problem.
Alright, let me see. RF4 sharks. That's what I'm looking for. I'm also not looking for Shark Adventure on the Nintendo Switch eShop, but apparently that's here.
What, don't you want to go on a shark adventure?
Oh, I don't see any shark enemies.
Well, then that sounds like a Rune Factory problem.
There's apparently a monster that goes back and forth like a shark, it says.
Burner, 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 burner.
Oh, wait. No, that's a dragon.
Roar!
That's not a shark, that's a dragon.
Roar! What dragons
Are you a
can't...
native dragon?
What?
Are you a native dragon?
Am I a dragon? No, I'm a shark.
I'm a native dragon.
I don't know what that means.
Like Venti.
No, I'm a shark. So unless sharks are suddenly dragons...
No, I think those are lizards.
Like Sholmes said, we best hurry. We follow Sholmes' lead and rush to central London. Wow, we've gotten so far in 50 minutes.
There's suspension.
We've gotten so far. We're probably at, like, sentence 5 now.
Let's see, we're at. Paragraph 2.
Oh, man, we're moving up in the world.
Out of 7 for this chapter.
Hey, we're moving up in the world. 40 minutes ago, we were at sentence 2. I pull myself together. Ah! Suddenly, we hear a scream from within the mansion.
Isn't good. We may be too late.
Up there!
Sholmes almost has a smiley hat.
No.
There's the sound of glass shattering, and a figure leaps down from the 3rd floor to the ground. Upon landing, the person starts running without missing a beat.
Incredible. He wasn't hurt at all by a fall from that height. Either way, I'll investigate. You all chase that man.
Chasey, 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 chasey. No need to tell me. No intention of letting him go. Van Helsing begins running and running and running and running and running, and we chase after him. We're closing in on Azoth's true identity by the minute. I fear certain of this. But at the same time, it feels like Van Helsing is running straight into a trap that can't be undone, and this scares me. I'm very interested on where the first choice is, because I think you said that's gonna be a bad end.
Hmm?
The sun sets completely as I follow his footsteps, and we return once more to Midtown. I can't find any traces left behind by the person who fled the mansion, but Van Helsing picks up on the faintest tracks. He's maintaining a constant speed. It's almost as if he wants us to chase him.
So this is a trap.
So it would seem. I suddenly feel my hackless?
Hackles?
I've never heard that word.
Really?
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna have a different glossary definition right now. Hackle. Erectile hairs along the back of a dog or other animal that rise when it is angry or alarmed.
Is AC a dog or an animal?
A long, narrow feather on the neck or saddle of a domestic rooster or other bird. But I'm pretty sure it's talking about the first one.
Yeah, I've never heard that word before.
Let me find a better definition. In mammals, the hackles are the hairs of the neck and back which become erect when the animal is fearful, as part of the fight or flight response.
Okay. New word for Sharky.
You've never heard of raised hackles?
No, I've never heard that word before.
It's like raising hackles is like a normal phrase.
Sure. Never heard it before.
Okay.
Like, just because it's normal for you doesn't necessarily mean I've heard the phrase before. Two Twilight soldiers with swords appear. Delacroix, looks like you were right.
There are only two of them. No matter how well trained they are, no human is a match for me. Yeah!
A sharp blade slices towards Deli, and he barely twists aside to avoid it. Annoying pawns. Van Helsing fires his gun without hesitation, but amazingly the soldiers avoid his shots. Are you telling us the Twilight soldiers are living through trauma right now? I see. Their hidden strength.
No, they're not. Those weren't the movements of human physiques. They're my people. Vampires.
What?
Vampires? Then they're the same as Noitote.
Grrr. I hear a growl. There doesn't appear to be a single spark of sanity left in him. You two. I'll go after Azoth on my own. You both should try to join up with Lupin's group.
Wait, we should all retreat together. This is Azoth's trap for us.
Probably. So what? If this is his trap, I'll rip Azoth's throat out the trap and all. Van Helsing aims his gun at one of the soldiers, his eyes filled with rage. However, an unexpected voice calls out.
Is this Venice?
I would assume
Do
so.
I have to recall the other baby voice?
Yeah.
By which I mean, I think I was just giving him a Flowey voice, actually.
I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
wasn't
do
it
Flowey.
wasn't the exact same as Flowey.
It was pretty close. Though I don't remember how I did Flowey either. There's no need for that, Abraham Van Helsing. The one you seek is right here.
A small figure appears behind the soldiers. A light breeze blows by and the clouds reveal enough of the moon to illuminate the scene. We're trying to be the most dramatic thing possible right now.
Yes. Oh yes, very dramatic. Venice!
The name tumbles from my mouth.
Hello, sister. We meet again. Dramatic reunions are always wonderful, no matter how many times you experience them.
Immortal. Possibility had come up many times. But when faced with the actuality of it, the eeriness and discomfort are more than I can bear. That doll-like face, almost perfectly still and flawless in the moonlight. It's exactly the same as the Finnis who had died in the laboratory. There's no way it could have been a double. There's no question. Finnis is... Finnis is Azoth.
Van Helsing, you're so persistent. What drives you? Revenge born from anger. What fear to keep you going? Whatever the case, you can keep doing whatever you're doing in your heart's content. I have my own business to attend to. I'm merely here to provide some encouragement to all you hard workers. I'll see you later.
Finnis laughs as he turns away. I try to call out to him. And freeze as at the gunshot that goes off from beside me. Finnis! Grrr. Van Helsing's shot doesn't reach his target. Instead, one of the Twilight soldiers blocks it, standing before us like a wall. Finnis looks around with an amused smirk, as if noticing the situation for the first time.
What's this? How strange. These vampires protect me so faithfully. Ah, I see. That's how they're wired.
Wired? What are you talking about?
Unfortunately, my time for playing with you is up. These blokes will stick around.
He waves, then turns his back to us and disappears into the darkness. Finnis! The Twilight soldiers move to block Van Helsing as he runs after Finnis.
And Helsing, watch out!
A soldier's rapier strikes his arm, and a bloodstain blossoms on his shoulder. But he continues running without stopping. It's as if he doesn't register anything except for Finis. Deli runs ahead of the Twilight soldiers who had turned to pursue Van Helsing and blocks their way.
My brothers, I'll take care of you. I am successor to the throne of Nosferatu. I am prepared to give my life for those of my subjects. In the name of my father, the great King Delacroix, I shall save you.
Deli takes an aggressive stance, and the vampires in Twilight uniforms seem to shift their focus from Van Helsing to him.
Deli!
I know Deli is strong, but I've seen firsthand how frightening hidden strength can be, and how strong vampires are under its influence.
Lacey, listen closely.
Deli speaks calmly, as if coaxing me through my internal struggle.
I'll take over here. You can't leave that man alone. He is in the same state I was before. He's so caught up in revenge that he's about to lose himself in the darkness. No matter what happens to him,
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
you must be his light and guide him. Just like you were the single ray of light for me.
Aw, that smile.
Yeah, he's cute. Potato face!
Potato face!
Me? Your light?
He barely dodges the blade that attacked him. He barely dodges the blade that attacked him from both sides, and grabs the vampire's arm, stopping them.
What are you waiting for? Van Helsing needs you.
We're waiting for the Christmas episode. Oh!
Save.
Let's quick. Save here real quick. I can override that later.
I mean, I do believe quick save works. Or quick load, even if you bring it back after. But anyway,
I don't trust anything, not even myself.
well, if we're doing the bad end first, then we're gonna help the baby.
Remain here?
Help this potato. Stay with the potato. No, I'm staying here with you. What? If I leave and something happens to you, I'll always regret it. Van Helsing taught me how to fight. I can at least help you. If that's what you want. Wah!
Deli roars and throws the two men away from him with his small frame. The soldiers hit a stone wall with a deafening thud. The wall crumbles with the impact.
Amazing.
Urgh. Still, the soldiers stand up as if they don't feel anything.
The noble blood of vampire kings runs through my body, and I have continued to train so as not embarrass my lineage. I polish this power for the purpose of revenge, but I will use it now to save you.
Deli aggressively battles the two soldiers without backing down at all. Maybe he can actually win? I feel something hot in my chest. Look down to see what the matter is. A silver blade protrudes from my chest. It looks so natural and yet so grotesque. I've been stabbed? By what? By whom? I stare at the sight of my own blood spurting out. Deli yells something, but I can't make out what. He seems so painfully far away. I catch a glimpse of a face as I crumble to the ground.
Why would you...
Before I can finish my question, the blade flashes once more as it lunges for my throat. Wait, what?
Yes.
Okay.
We saw a face. We don't know what the face is.
AC recognizes the face.
AC recognizes the face. And then AC dies.
Well, it's
Bleh.
only been an hour.
And we beat the game, right?
And we've beaten the game. We'll never have to play it again.
No, but I want to get through the Victor and Saint Germain routes.
Chased after Van Helsing.
All right. I'm sorry, Deli.
Deli manages a smile, even while straining to hold back both soldiers at once.
There's no need for apologies. That man may be the target of my revenge, but he also saved my life. Promise me you'll join us later. Ha! That's a given. If I don't return to the mansion, Cece will be lonely.
I give Deli a determined nod and take off after Van Helsing. I run after Van Helsing. Following him is easy, the blood dripping from his wound dots the street, creating a path. Can't let Van Helsing confront Finis by himself. I feel this more and more strongly. I run as fast as I can and soon find Van Helsing pointing his gun at Finis. I've seen this twice before. First on the train, the second time in the laboratory, in that room filled with failed attempts at me. And now, again, the two look at one another as if silently communicating their thoughts to each other. AC, you came after me? Just stay right there. This will be over quickly.
Van Helsing!
Hello, sister. Look at the situation we're in. Honestly, what do you think? He dropped everything to chase me. Isn't his attachment to me positively cringe-inducing?
Silence, Finis! You're Azoth. Van Helsing walks closer to Finis, his gun forward. He is tense and looks like he might pull the trigger at any moment. Finis, on the other hand, seems quite calm and doesn't show a hint at discomfort even in these circumstances.
Azoth? Ah, the ringleader of that series of incidents. He does intrigue me, but nothing more.
He speaks as if he's not Azoth after all.
Finis, aren't you behind all this? Who can say? At least, I do consider this a favorable situation.
Don't tell me he's being cloned and there's multiple of him.
What's about to begin should be a nice simulation for the new world that I'm planning.
What?
Finis's words cause a slew of questions to bubble up in my mind. A new world? Simulation? Finis is not Azoth? If I can't trust him, it would mean that someone else is... if I can trust him, it would mean that someone else is the leader behind these horrible crimes.
Answer me, Finis. Are you Azoth?
Finis doesn't respond and simply smiles silently. It'll be easy to prove. If I kill him and the crimes stop, it means it was him. We'll know the truth.
For goodness sake, Van Helsing. How many times do I have to tell you to get it through your head? You can never kill me. You could have 100 guns, fire 1,000,000 bullets, and slay me 1,000 times. But it would be impossible to kill me.
I'm willing to try as many times as it takes until you stay dead.
I
suppose there's no point in telling you. Fine, I'll have to make you understand.
Finnis leaps towards Van Helsing. Van Helsing reacts and fires on instinct. His bullets were not rock salt this time. It looks like this should settle things. However, not even this stops Finnis, who quickly disappears down a narrow alley. As if the shotgun blast had no effect on him.
Oh, that was a direct hit.
Won't let you get away. The moment Van Helsing starts to run.
Sister, let's put an end to playtime. You belong to me and to Father.
His voice whispers in my ear. Before I can turn around, he has a dagger at my neck. The blade touches my skin, releasing a foul odor and smoke as the metal begins to melt.
How did you get behind me?
Impossible. How could he turn down an alley and appear right behind me immediately afterward? There's no way he could do that. Finnis.
I knew you would be surprised. But come with me, sister, and I'll give you the whole truth.
Don't start making plans so soon. I will kill you right here.
Really? Think about it, Van Helsing. Shoot me now, and my sister dies. She's not like me. She'll never come back to life.
So, what?
You're so stubborn. I'm empty, you see. That how I can tell how others are feeling so well.
That how?
That how. That how. You're holding back now. You can't bring yourself to shoot at both of us. Make your decision.
Oh, stop it yet. Oh,
Stumbles in wildly. What I missed?
Our brother's
The
back.
same as always.
Our brother's back to life.
I mean, what's the last time Pi saw of this in the first place?
Our brother died. Our brother came back to life. May or may not be causing crimes everywhere. And now has a dagger at our throat.
Huh?
Also, hello, Pi.
And our to-be boyfriend is aiming a gun at both of us because he's holding the dagger at our throat.
Crimes!
Crimes. Yeah. Don't know that I ever saw any of this. Believable.
So, and also, we just did a bad end where we got stabbed in the back. Multiple, and then, like, died.
We got literally stabbed with a sword.
Stabby, stabby.
In the back, through the front, in fact.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think I read the whole line, though.
Oh.
Will you push through to your objective even if it means the death of my sister? Will you relax your ideals to save her?
How you been, Pi?
This is just like that time 2 years ago, isn't it?
Shut up.
When your family was killed, what was the decision you made?
Shut up, Finnis. His family was killed? Van Helsing's face twists in rage as he points his gun at us, paying no mind to the surprise in my reaction. There's a moment of quiet. No bad end?
No bad end.
Okay, so just ...
Yeah, actually, the other one was the last bad end.
Oh!
there's of course a normal end. At the
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
Yeah, that was the last bad end.
Okay. Oh, right, because we had two in, like, the first chapter with Jack the Ripper.
Yep. Dot. Bad news, caught the plague and mist pack ceased. Good news, I'm recovering well and kept my collateral damage infections to a minimum to my partners. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're recovering well. I hope
Yeah.
it hasn't been too bad. It sucks about missing Paxies, though.
Yeah. Especially with how much it costs and the travel and all that.
Yeah, and I mean in general.
Yeah. And I can't bring myself to tell him to. If Finnish really is Azoth and we let him go here, he may go on to commit even greater crimes. I'm fully aware of this. Finnish needs to be stopped here and now. But I can't say anything. I can't tell whether it's because I don't want to die or because I don't want Van Helsing to have to kill anyone else. I can't make that decision for him. Van Helsing and I exchange glances in this tense atmosphere. Van Helsing's eyes are wavering. ... What is most important? What must be sacrificed? He appears to be suffering from a deep emotional conflict. Then, thankfully it wasn't too bad because it's in my own state, and it gave me a nice hotel to isolate in for those first 5 days.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a nice hotel to isolate in, I guess.
Yeah.
Is at least, a thing.
Boom! The ground shakes from a sudden blast.
What was that?
It was an explosion, AC! And I got to order nice takeout from downtown Boston, which I wouldn't have had at home.
Yum.
Nice takeout. Yum.
I see Sharky's having fun.
I'm never having fun.
Sharky's having fun now that Pi has arrived.
I'm never having fun. What are you talking about? I don't know the meaning of fun.
Thanks for joining, Pi. Now Sharky's finally having fun.
Are you not listening to me?
Yeah, purposefully.
You are rude.
Uh-huh.
You should stop being rude to me. It came from the direction of Buckingham Palace.
Uh-huh.
In our moment of distraction, Finnis takes the opportunity to make a dash for the darkness of an alleyway. The movement was too sudden and his gun is not steady. He cannot hit his target. I'm the eternal optimist who will find a silver lining even when she's missing her convention and staying at the hotel across the street, such that she had to watch the whole con go by right out the window.
I don't know if at least you got fun vibes from watching it from across the window, or
how would you get fun vibrations?
The vibrations of everyone moving around. But tasty chicken nuggets and Brussels sprouts with spicy Korean sauce. That sounds good.
Food is food is food.
Right, I have to figure out what to have for dinner.
Yesterday after D&D, we're all like, oh, it's like 8 o'clock. We should probably eat dinner. Let's all walk to a place real quick and go get some food.
Oh, because there was a big brass band playing on the lawn, Sharky, so the sound vibrations. Yeah, exactly.
So you got fun music vibrations. Got it.
Uh-huh. The joy of the vibes of the music that vibrated the air.
This is the eternal stream joke for me.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't think this is going to end.
Let's see. What's a good recipe for cabbage? I have a lot of cabbage to use. You'll likely be unable to make a decision, and it will cost you everything.
What if my decision is to just, like, stab you in the head a few times? Finis, come on, like... Finis's voice.
Yeah, he's kind of already been trying to do that since he's trying to stab him with some bullets through the head.
I don't think you can stab people with bullets. I don't think that's how it works.
I don't know.
Like, stabbing, like, is like what tonberries do.
Uh-huh.
You can't do that with bullets.
Hmm.
Like, it was sad to miss it and whatever, but I found games to play, PAX broadcasts on
fun.
panels, and I tuned into a few. And various friends checked in via phone and video calls, so I wasn't lonely.
That's good.
Yeah, that's very good. I'm glad you had a time, even if it wasn't the time you expected.
I'm glad you still got to get, like, some of the panels and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, entertain yourself and had friends checking in and all.
You can't do
You
that.
can't do that with not with that attitude. You can't. Thank you, Pi. Thanks for backing me up.
You can't stab with a bullet.
That's what you think.
That's what I know.
That's what you think. Not with that attitude, you can't.
You people.
Yeah, what about us?
You people are you people.
Yes?
It's piercing damage. Same as a sword, right? That depends on the sword. Some swords are piercing damage, some swords are slashing damage.
I'm pretty sure we're not talking about slashing with bullets. I sure am a people.
Yes, you are one singular people.
Uh-huh.
Happy peopling. I need to go to like a PAX or something one of these days.
Someday.
And see how much I'm able to do without having like a bad issue. Line?
In Helsing, I've told you this before, but I don't dislike you.
Are you sure?
You're the only one who comes at me with such passion. Sister Van Helsing, two of my beloved, I'll see you again.
That's not creepy whatsoever.
I'll see you again.
You're the only one that comes at me with passion. Oh, I love you. You're my beloved.
With such passion. Like the Kingdom Hearts song.
Stop it. I was not going to do that.
Well, you see, I am not you, and I decided to do that.
Like, I made a very good, like, I am not making that joke. That is an overused joke that I will not do.
Then you don't have to.
This is a very hecked up relationship. Yes, it is. Seeing as how we've been trying to kill this little brat
Bastard?
for a while. Finis melts into the dark and disappears. So, you know, one side wants murder, the other side is just like, well, you can't kill me.
You can't kill me.
Nah, 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 nah.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly how it goes.
And we were both on the exact same page.
Is it page 12?
No, it's page 22.
Maybe we're not on the same page.
Darn
Mine's
it!
on page 12.
What would ketchup? Or mustard?
What about some nice mayo?
No. I mean, I don't really use ketchup or mustard, so. The two of us chase after him right away. But beyond the alley, we see only the dark waters of the Thames River. There is no sign of Finis. But honey mustard!
Honey mustard.
Meh.
Honey mustard's pretty good.
Meh.
Mick?
Meh.
I wasn't aware Mick had joined us.
Meh.
I don't see Mick in chat.
Well, I'm not
I know
saying
why you-
Mick. I'm saying meh. Two different things.
I don't know why you're calling for Mick.
I'm not calling.
Right now.
I'm not calling for Mick. I'm saying meh.
Yeah, Mick.
That's not what I'm saying.
Sure it is.
Mac? Like mac and cheese? Why do I do this 3 times a week?
Great question. You want to explain to me?
I just asked the question. How can I explain? How can I answer my own question?
I don't know. Sometimes you can answer your own question.
No, I really can't answer my own question. This is why I asked the question.
I don't know. Sometimes people ask questions that they can answer.
Sorry, I'm not that intelligent.
Hmm.
You could put honey mustard on mac and cheese if you want. No! I am not going to do that.
Sounds like a thing you could do, actually. I mean, I imagine, like, you could answer your own question if you're Socrates.
My name is Sharky, not Socrates. Or Socrates. My name is not Socrates.
Sharkrates.
No! No. I feel like I'm gonna need evil Sharky just to be like...
Sharkrates.
Shark crates. Oh my gosh. No! I'm not Socrates.
Yeah, you're shark crates.
No, I am not a shark crate either. I'm not a...
shark crates. Like sharks inside of crates, or are they crates in the shape of sharks?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, crates made out of sharks.
Ingy Sharky go rawr.
Just reminding me of the character in Owl House when he gets angry and goes.
Are crates designed for sharks to operate? Hmm.
This is a line of thinking that I really don't want to go down. I just want to stop and turn around and like
Turn around.
every
Bright
now
eyes?
and what?
Bright eyes?
Bright eyes. What?
Isn't it?
What?
Anyway.
What? You know, because they don't have thumbs. They don't have hands. The thumbs don't matter. They don't have hands.
You know, this sounds like how earlier you were saying that you don't have fists to punch a hole through my chest. But like,
This is the exact same conversation all over again.
clearly we didn't resolve it properly the first time. Let's do it again.
No!
No.
Oh!
Hi, what do you think is a good cabbage dish that I should make for dinner tonight?
Delacroix stands alone beneath the moon, the bodies of his fellow vampires on the ground before him.
How could I have known they would die?
He had defeated them and was about to try to speak to them in an attempt to bring them back to their senses. I don't know!
Oh no, I'm not good at cooking with cabbage. That's fair.
But the two vampires had fallen on their own daggers and taken their lives.
Save them. I'm powerless. I'm no king. How can I get revenge for my race if I can't even save even a single one of my brethren?
Treat them like giant Brussels sprouts and roast them with garlic? A single tear falls from his cheek as he bows his head and closes his eyes.
All I can do now is pray for you. I pray your souls find peace and rest. Father, please give them words of thanks.
The sounds of footsteps suddenly draw close. The boy king raises his head and stares at the figure approaching from the darkness. Then...
Why are you?
Satan?
Hmm?
Am I... Wait, that's... No, what? Whoa, no, it's a... Wait, hold on. What? No, no. Hold up.
Holding?
I'm about to cry. Did they seriously do that to our potato child?
What do you think?
I don't know what to think. I haven't played this game. That was also like a short chapter, I feel like.
Did that say new chapter?
Yeah, it's chapter 12. Wicked Evil or whatever?
Waking Evil?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, the wiki's wrong then.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I save it real quick. Waking Evil.
Yeah, Waking Evil.
But no, our potato child just got stabbed! Why did the potato get stabbed? And why did he recognize who stabbed him?
Presumably for the same reason Macy did.
I'm having so many emotions right now that I shouldn't be having.
This wiki's wrong.
Oh?
Yeah, because is anguished over his inability to save his former comrades without killing them, but he is then attacked. And then it continues from there.
Why is your child a potato? So our child is a vampire who we just call a small potato.
He's a potat.
Yes, he's a small patat. So, we just call him the Potato. He is a small vampire prince? King? Ruler?
Well, he was the prince, and then the king died, so...
Doesn't necessarily make him the king automatically.
Yeah, well, technically, he'd be, like, heir to the throne, but it's questionable whether he really ascended the throne, especially considering
All of them are
his
dying.
race was kind of, like, massacred, so I think it's also arguable whether there is a throne to ascend.
And even the ones that weren't massacred seem to now be dying. Yeah, but he's like a very tiny child, so we just call him a patat. Or potato.
Well, Sharky's the one who keeps saying potato. I say patat.
Okay, but he's a potato child.
But because Sharky insistently says potato, then I've just kind of allowed it.
You just smile and nod.
I go, patat.
It's a quiet night. A golden moon floats in the sky, giving the scattered clouds a bluish-white glow. The night is so peaceful, making it all the harder to believe what transpired just a few days ago. It's been a few days!
Oh, okay.
There's so many... There are so
I
many...
was just like, oh, okay. All
Like-
right. That makes more sense than I expected.
No, well, one of our titles was like potato adoption or something.
Yeah.
There are so many emotions and things to work out that I cannot sleep at all. The explosion that night did indeed come from Buckingham Palace. From inside the palace. Queen Victoria was unharmed, but many government VIPs were killed. The number of abnormal crimes taking place in London, with the word Azoth left in blood, has increased at an explosive rate. This city, the capital of Britain, is about to descend into a state of panic. Given this deteriorating situation, Queen Victoria made a public address.
As a government official, and as a single human being, it is impossible to condone the perpetrators of these crimes. This is war, with Britain's honor and peace on the line. We will not succumb to any threats, nor will we accept any evil. This war will conclude with Britain victorious.
Azoth is finished. Based on this information, the British government is doing everything in its power to hunt him down. On the other hand, there have been several changes in our group. Telly went missing during his battle with the two soldiers. We confirmed that the soldiers he'd been fighting were killed, but Telly was nowhere to be seen afterward. There are no clues as to where he went following his disappearance. Our search is encountering difficulties. Back then, would anything have been different if I'd stayed behind with Deli? I know it's a waste of time to think these things, but I can't help it. And Van Helsing, he disappeared as well, right after he let Finis escape and that big explosion happened. None of us know where he is or what he might be doing.
He went.
Looking back, he saved me so many times. Now I feel that I want to be the one to help him, but there's nothing I can do. I hate myself for being so powerless.
Helsing.
Van Helsing, Van Helsing, Van Helsing, Van Helsing!
A lot of my lines in this rod are Van Helsing! Van Helsing. Van Helsing.
Or
Van Helsing!
My thoughts are all tangled. I whisper his name without thinking. Just thinking about him causes a pain in my chest. I can't forget the warm smile that Van Helsing showed me once, just once, after the battle with Nointote. I want to stay by his side. I want to help him. That's how I feel. It's how I feel, but the more I get to know him, the less and less I feel that there's anything I can do for him.
What can I do for Van Helsing?
A noise.
Hmm?
There it is!
Yeah, my other line.
The tap of a pebble thrown against the window. I wonder who would be out there. I see the figure standing outside and rush out of my room. I exit the doors of the mansion and run out to meet him. Van Helsing!
Van Helsing!
I feel like we just need to make a soundboard at this point.
No, they're different. They're different tones of saying the same 3 lines.
Yeah, we could just, like, set it up.
Van Helsing! Alright, there's the recording. You have the VODs. You'll have to cut it later.
I don't know how to make a soundboard. What are you talking about?
Oh, and ... Can't forget that.
Oh, yeah, we can't forget ... Yes.
Where have you been? Everyone's worried. And what about your wounds from the battle with Nointote?
Oh, yeah, and also, this is Abraham Van Helsing.
Yeah. Isn't he pretty? He's got pretty glasses. He's sort of a pretty boy. He's got...
Isn't everyone in this game a pretty boy?
I believe that's the point, yes.
Van Helsing froze his brow as if annoyed by the rapid-fire questions. There you go again. How many times do I need to tell you? You don't need to worry about me.
Help it. I have to worry.
I change my thoughts away from my melancholy feelings and look up into Van Helsing's face. He makes that annoyed expression that I've become so familiar with. Bless you for even trying anymore. I'd long since have started with...
Van Hoosling! Verb housing! Vain horseshoe! Don't forget, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel! Von Herblong!
Van Vroom Vroom.
It's like a Tumblr and Benedict Cumberbatch.
You mean Beanie Baby Cucumber Patch?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The alien. Vague hollering!
I think the only time we've, like, dramatically changed the name is with Ace in Space calling it Xehanort instead of Neoterra.
I feel like there was another thing, but I don't remember what.
I can't remember.
But I also don't want to, like, ruin the route entirely.
Except by calling Deli a potato?
Well, you're the one who says, potato!
Potato!
You're also the one who points out the smiley hat at every serious moment.
Oh,
and I
every
go,
time it's serious, he has a hat with this upside-down smiley face.
It's not really, but I mean, that's what Sharky sees, and he's just, smiley hat! And I'm like, he's in the middle of, like, angsting.
But his hat is smiling at us. How can he be so angsty? Even though he appears to be in a bad mood, I'm still very happy that I got to see him again.
I'm so glad you're safe.
Right now, in this moment, this fact above all else is the source of my joy. Did you track down Delaquella II?
No, we haven't found any clues. If only I had stayed by Deli's side.
Do you think anything would have turned out differently? You just would have gotten in his way.
Well, we would have gotten in the way of something.
Yeah, of a blade!
Maybe, but
I can't help but feel in the depths of my heart that I could have done something.
you definitely couldn't have. We tried.
I'm responsible for dragging him into all this unnecessary trouble.
It's not true. It's no one's fault. We just need to find Deli.
Okay, so you go to the corner store and look in their meat aisle, and you'll find some deli
you
meats.
go to the corner store, to their deli aisle, and find the potato salad.
Okay. This is how serious we are.
Very serious. Very serious stream. No jokes allowed. Never.
No jokes or... Too serious, no joking.
5 joking? 3 serious?
5
5 serious?
5 serious. We all need to search together. No, this is where it ends. Van Helsing cuts me off before I can finish my sentence, looking at me with a serious, intent gaze.
What?
I'm here now to bid you farewell. This is so sudden! Before I can fully comprehend the meaning of what he says, Van Helsing speaks again. I was careless. You are all weak, and I shouldn't have taken you with me. Ended up dragging you into these events. I've been under your care for some time now. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't any attachment, but that's why I must go. His complete rejection of anything other than what he's already decided on is extremely upsetting to me. He refuses to accept any other opinions of protests.
Hey, all of a sudden! For the 5th time! If we all work together, I'm sure!
I look at him, trying to find a reaction, but Van Helsing's face reveals nothing, like the surface of a calm lake. I'm going down a path of no return. You people don't need to accompany me, not when it isn't any of your business. Not our business.
I just... AC. He's been saying this for like a month straight now.
More than a month!
Yeah.
These simple words upset me greatly.
It is my business! I'm the key to solving whatever mystery surrounds Finis. You said so yourself.
Who needs a key when you have gun?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need a keyblade if you have a gunblade.
Okay, Leon.
That's why.
But Van Helsing doesn't even bother to brush away my argument. He simply stands in silence, letting the words flow past him. His eyes silence me more effectively than any number of eloquent speeches could have. You're right, but circumstances have changed. I can unravel his secrets myself now, without you. And I'll kill that boy as many times as I need to until he's dead for good. I'll keep killing you until you're dead! I look into his eyes and realize that no matter what I say, he's going to leave me. A feeling of
No,
help.
I feel like this is the opposite, actually, of people die when they are killed. Finis does not die when he is killed.
Instead, Van Helsing is going to kill him until he's dead.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. A feeling of helplessness and emptiness gradually spreads through me.
Why do you want revenge on Finis? Why are you so hell-bent on this?
You wouldn't be able to understand. this dark emotion that lies within me.
Okay, Edgelord.
This angst.
No one understands me. No one can understand me. There is darkness in me. Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That's right. I don't understand. I don't.
The anger I feel is coming from the feelings I've had for him building up as he became a bigger presence in my heart.
Of course I don't understand. Because you never tell me anything.
He only ever sees me as a tool for his revenge, not as the person I actually am. ...
Why, Van Helsing? What is this revenge you keep talking about? You can't just leave without saying anything. And he's like, watch me. Stop telling me that it's none of my business.
I can't control this torrent of emotions that I feel. If he doesn't tell me what's on his mind now, he'll leave without saying anything. And I'll never see him again. I'm convinced of this somehow, and I find myself begging, almost yelling at him. ... 2 years ago, there was a slaughter that we now call the Vampire War. He speaks quietly, his words heavy. He stares off into the distant skies, as if recalling something from decades ago, not a mere 2 years away. It wasn't a proper war, it was just a brutal one-sided killing. The Vampire War. I was asleep for so long, my only knowledge of it comes from hearing about it, not any first-hand experience. Is he saying that those events are somehow connected to his revenge? Should we stop here before the... so that next time can be the whole... like, you know what I mean?
I mean, do you want to end on the cliffhanger of what this backstory thing is, or do you want to, or I guess the question is, do you want to start next time on jumping directly into this? Because I feel like it might be better to go through this part real quick.
Is it real quick? Is
well-
it? That's my concern.
It's one paragraph here. I feel like it's a cleaner cut to end after this than
Okay.
to start on this next time.
I was just concerned it was going to be like...
I don't think it's as long as like the AC Elaine explanation. If that's what you're asking. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is.
4-hour stream, let's go!
I don't know. Do you have anything to do today?
Eat dinner?
Great. So we'll just keep going.
At the time, I was a member of Twilight. As an undercover agent, I infiltrated the vampires to destroy them from within. In the beginning, I had no doubts. I simply thought of them as enemies, as vermin to be exterminated. However, as I continued to live among them, I began to question the war itself. I realized that they didn't pose a threat. I reported the facts back to the military, and based on my experience, I advised them against continuing this pointless war. I told them that the vampires weren't innocent people seeking only peace. But the war didn't stop. That's what history says. I couldn't agree with the military's decision, and I fully intended to abandon my duties and flee. However...
You were forced to keep working for them?
an idea about Van Helsing suddenly occurs to me, and Van
What?
Helsing... an idea about what happened suddenly occurs to me, and Van Helsing nods gravely. Finnis took my family hostage. His condition for keeping them alive was for me to kill the vampires. I was torn until the very end, but my family was important to me. My mother and younger brother, whom I'd left behind back in my hometown, were more precious to me than anything. His anger is painful, intense. Just watching him force those words out causes my heart to ache for him. That's why I went through with my mission. I went among them once again, pretending to be a lost traveler, and killed them all. I killed all of them, those kind-hearted people who were so accepting of me, even though I was a human, a different race. Not just one or two. I ended hundreds of innocent lives. I can't possibly imagine how painful this must be for him. Imagining it from what he has told me is causing my heart so much pain it might split. And Van Helsing had to deal with all of this pain directly for real. I cannot imagine the depths of his pain. When everything was over, the boy, Finnis, had altered the arrangements.
What?
Does he mean? It's just as you think. He had my entire family killed. Van Helsing somehow looks calm as he says this. I try to imagine the pain he must have endured until he could be so accepting of this truth, and I shudder. Van Helsing takes a deep breath and slowly and quietly releases it. This is why I seek revenge against him. Abraham Van Helsing, past! Though hailed as a hero for being a member of Twilight and his body count in the Vampire War, his family was murdered. Based on the evidence, he decides that Finnis is the fitting target of his revenge.
Dot.
I will settle my score with him no matter what. I will avenge my mother and brother, and most of all, I will make him pay for all the anger and regret I feel with his life. It's like a black flame burning in him. Van Helsing's eyes are a deep black, and yet somehow they seem to be filled with a terrifying heat. I wonder if he is seeing the family that he couldn't save right now. That's why your words don't reach me. Has Van Helsing been trapped in a nightmare that he can't wake from? He must kill Finnis with his own hands to awake from the dream. You are not necessary for the path I'm taking. With that, he turns his back to me. I instinctively grab his hand.
Wait! Wait, Van Helsing. I don't want you to be alone. I want to stay with you. Please, take me with you.
Don't be foolish. You have your own problems. You have to deal with finding your father.
No, that's not it. There's more than that. I just want to help you.
Because I love you. How many times do I have to... How many times do I have to tell you I don't need your help? And what can you do if I do take you with me? What good are you?
What?
Are you going to kill Finnis for me? Can you fight the hidden strength that stand by his side? What if you fight and are almost killed? Will you be able to kill your opponent without the slightest hesitation?
That's...
Answer me. Do you have what it takes to kill?
Dot.
Van Helsing's question is serious. He's asking me simply if I'm ready to enter a life and death situation. He's headed for a place where he might lose his own life. Do I have the resolution to take another's life? It's not something I can answer easily. All I can do is back one step away from Van Helsing. Good. Everyone here has a lifestyle suited to them. There's no need for you to force yourself. You can take your own path in life. His voice is unexpectedly kind, as if to say they will be his last. He smiles quietly. However, thank you. The days I spent with you and Lupin were filled with warmth. Not Impy, screw him.
Not Impy. I wanted to punch him. I did punch him several times.
And although I'm not one to settle down, there were times when I wished I could continue living that way.
What about Victor and Saint Germain? No warmth there?
No, only semi-warmth.
Then
It's all the more reason I need to put an end to it all before the day comes when those warm days become more important to me than my revenge. But it was fun while it lasted. Thank you. He gives me a fragile, fleeting smile. More than the happiness of hearing he enjoyed time with us, or the joy of being thanked, I'm saddened by his smile. It's impossible for me to stop him. He doesn't need me. Goodbye, AC. These words might be overused now, but I'm glad I met you. Van Helsing starts walking. He leaves my side. Left behind alone, all I can do is look on as he disappears into the darkness. Oh boy.
oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That was a lot.
Uh-huh.
I feel
And that's why I was like, wait, are you sure you want to start next time on this?
well, starting with a good cry is always good.
But what if we end on a good cry?
That's also very good.
Alright, I guess we're done then.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank y'all for joining.
Yeah.
We'll be back Wednesday?
Would be. For Loving Evil?
For Eviling Lovely?
Or wub evil?
Wub 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 wub.
Wub evil.
Oh, hi, Malik!
Oh hey Malik. Bye Malik.
I hope you have a good rest of your day / night, evening, whatever you want to call it.
A good
Time
few
zone?
days. I said few days.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye!